Hello, hi, welcome everyone. This is Prem Kumar from UK. Today's video agenda is that whether you can get a job abroad based on your articleship in banking sector. Basically, if you are a finance accounting student and part of your articleship in firms, you have worked on banking clients like led large number of banks, have done some good audits on the banks. Can you get a job abroad based on that? What's the scope in Western countries, in Middle East? So we'll be talking about Western countries, especially UK and Europe here in this video, and I'll be covering Middle East part separately. So let's talk about Europe. What are the job opportunities for somebody, CAs, ACCAs, CMAs, CPAs, watching this video? If you have done articleship in banking sector, essentially as part of your articleship experience of 3 years or more, you have spent most of your time leading the bank's audits, some large multinational banks or some smaller banks. So what does your scope look like when you apply for the jobs abroad? So let's talk about UK first, right? So in UK, there's a lot of hiring in the financial services sector, which is same like many other countries like USA, Australia. A lot of these countries have large financial markets, and there is a lot of scope in the financial services sector to get hired. And you'll see a lot of people that come from abroad in these firms like Big Four, Big Ten firms in UK are those who have good experience on the financial services. I'm just giving you a broad financial services view right now, but I'll be talking about banking sector just right now. So financial services, definitely a lot of hiring in big countries which have financial markets. About Middle East, that's a different story I'll be covering in a separate video, but Middle East has some different dynamics. Now let's talk about banking. How does that work out? Basically, in big four firms in UK or other like let's say USA, Australia, or even some of the countries in Europe, companies hire in terms of the specialized department. For example, there's a separate department for banking capital markets audit. There's a separate for insurance. There's a separate for other entities as well. So if you have a banking experience, like led the banks, some big numbers, end to end of the audit, you have got pretty good chances to get in a banking sector in UK, in one of the audit firms in UK or somewhere in the Europe as well. So high chance banking is one of the biggest areas that there's a maximum hiring in the banking sector as against any other finance sector or any non-FS sector. So definitely a lot of chance in the banking sector. The top hirings that firms typically do when they get a banking client, for example, a couple of years back, Deloitte in UK got Lloyds Bank and they massively hired at that time. A lot of assistant managers and managers were hired from abroad and when they got the lawyers. Similarly, when other firms got some of the big banking clients, they hired a lot of resources from abroad. So definitely banking is a good one to go for. Some other things to consider when doing the articleship in banking. So practical stories of three friends. Basically, they did the articleship in banking. They stayed home for a couple of years, still working in the banks. Basically, some of my friends were working as managers, for example, in one of the large banks, and the one was doing senior manager. So when they moved to UK, they had the banking articleship experience and then banking industry experience for a couple of years. And I know all of them actually came to UK on a manager grade. So again, banking articleship plus banking experience in industry also helped in terms of UK jobs. My friends got jobs as a manager in Big Four firms, so definitely banking articleship had its own impact. The key is definitely qualification as well as good experience, ability to communicate that in the interviews, as well as proving that you are the right candidate. But overall, banking articleship experience helps in UK. In some European countries where there's a finance market, for example, Luxembourg, I know people have been there on the banking side. The people have been there on the asset management as well. In Ireland, there's a good scope of banking capital markets. You can go over there. In USA, lot of scope as well. In Australia, good scope as well. But overall, banking really has its own benefits. Thanks so much for watching.